Greetings and welcome. It is 1 o'clock and my name is Anne if this is your first time visiting. Every Friday come on live at 1 o'clock. Hello, on. Perfect. Hello, ladies. I am connecting with On. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining today. We are connecting with On right now. Hello, On.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
It has been years since I've last seen you. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Oh, it's
You
gonna
look
be fun
beautiful
today.
as always.
Oh, you're so sweet. We're gonna have a lot of fun because we get to kind of catch up a little bit, and then at the same time, get to share your gifts and talents.
Yeah.
So I'm excited today. Hello. I see your husband On. Hi.
Total
Oh,
trucker.
yeah. We got our special
Hi,
people
Aubrey.
and
Hi,
our creative community here.
Yeah.
But I go on every Friday at 1 o'clock to just see how you guys are doing. So let us know how you're doing, as well as bring our creative community together and to just kind of share about the status of a project. But the last Friday of every month, we got our creative community all on. The last Friday of every month, I have a special guest, and I try to bring on people that I know will inspire you and hopefully that you learn something new. And so today I have On from the Mad Jewelers Bench. She is my special guest. And before we start, I like to give a little bit of background on how we met. You mentioned that you moved to Houston from California.
In 2000.
Yeah. In 2000. Is that when you started confirmation, or?
Yeah. Yes. That was my confirmation year.
So yeah. I was your confirmation teacher.
Yeah.
In 2000. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Gosh, it's been so long. Hello everybody. Debbie, thank you for joining. Diane. Oh man. We got our creative community joining. And I was your confirmation. That was about the same period of time I came back to the church and
really?
Around that time I wanted to find purpose. So I had the opportunity to kind of work with the youth, and that's when it
was so fun.
It was a lot of fun.
You made it so fun, and so because I remember just like going to jam sessions and stuff with Jake.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was very long ago.
I learned so much from you guys, the youth.
Oh.
And it's just ironic how I can't call you the youth anymore.
Yeah.
You guys are now like adults with your own children.
I know. But I still see you as my teacher and mentor, like I can't, even though we're friends, but I'm just like, Anne's you're always gonna be that person for me who's a mentor.
That's very sweet. Well, thank you for sharing that. There's a lot of pressure to always
no
like
pressure.
But yeah, so I used to be her confirmation teacher, and then I eventually started working as a bridal consultant. I had quit my job in sales and quit my job and became a bridal consultant at that time.
Yeah.
And when I became a bridal consultant, I partnered up with another bridal consultant, and we were assigned to do bridal fashion shows and prom fashion shows. And and I got my youth to come and join us to help organize these fashion shows along with us. So I found an old picture in my archive. I always have to try to find something.
Oh, no.
So this is about 2000.
Oh my God.
So this is about 2003. So that's you all the way to the left. Christine, I think that was a prom fashion show that I had organized at that time, because we were on the prom side of the shop. So back then, you guys would help me.
My sister's right there.
Yeah, your sister. That's On, Christine, me, Molly, Ta, and there's Linda at the end that you can't see, but you guys were, y'all were awesome. Y'all were a big support team for me. Thank you. So that was fun.
I've never seen this picture before, Anne.
I found it in my old photo book. So yes, we went back way back then. That was 2003, the fashion show when I used to organize for the bridal salon. And then, you know, I resigned from there, and that's when I started my own little bridal studio. And then I guess we just got busy, and I had kids, and I kind of disappeared. And so I feel like I haven't seen you guys since having children, and now we got to reconnect that many years later. So,
I feel like when I had children, I was like, that's what Anne went through, because you you disappeared for the face. That's pretty much what happened to me. I just like disappeared.
Well, you know, it's a different season in life. You have your children, and that becomes your priority at that season of your life. So sweet, awesome, fun. Yeah, we had a lot of great memories back then when we were younger.
Do you remember David being one of your models for the fashion show?
Now that you say that, I do.
My husband was one of the models for that first.
Because he had the height. He was tall.
Yeah.
I remember. Okay. Yes, I do. Thanks, David, for helping out at those fashion shows. So tell us a little bit about yourself, On. And by the way, everyone, On is from the Mad Jewelers bench. We are going to actually get to touch upon a little bit cleaning with our diamond rings, and then she's going to give us an intro to Metalsmith jewelry designs. But I wanted you guys to kind of get to know On a little bit more. So On, if you can tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we could lead into diamond ring jewelry cleaning. So I'm excited.
So I know that we rearranged some of the questions, but yeah, a little bit about me. I'm first and foremost I'm a wife and a mother of 2 little daughters, Aubrey and Abby. I know you're watching. And I guess a little bit of background. I started I got into metalsmithing when I was in high school, but before that I've always been pretty creative. I guess a story is I'm the oldest of 8 kids, and one of the things my parents did for us was, because there was 8 of us, so every year for right before Christmas, they would bring us to like Toys R Us, and they would tell each kid, hey, you can have 1 toy. And every year I would always pick something that was like artsy and crafty. So I guess with metalsmithing and jewelry, like I've always gravitated towards like paintings, and one year I got like a box of beads, and that's pretty much where the jewelry thing ties into my childhood. And then when I started high school, I took art classes, and my teacher, Miss Marianas, just basically introduced me to metalsmithing, and I guess the rest is history. Like, it just became something that I became very passionate about, and it feels like it's like a part of who I am, and it just stuck with me. Like, I feel like metalsmithing was something that I always went back to when I was struggling in my life. You know, it was just something that I knew that was what was for me, and that I understood in a weird way, and it understood me, and it was a way for me to express like the frustrations or the happiness or anything that was going on within me. Like, I could express it through my artwork or through jewelry making, or so that's a little bit about me. And then and so high school, that's when it started, like metalsmithing specifically. And then I was studying to be an optometrist, and then I ended up. I know. And then
I was in optometry as well.
Yeah, I went through. I was at U of H, and the first year was almost miserable. There was something missing, and then I was like, so the second semester of my freshman year, I was like, I'll just take a drawing class, just one art class, so I can like be good with the universe, so that I can start. And then it just took over, and I just changed my major completely. And because when I took the drawing class, it led me, and then I found out there was a metalsmith class, and I loved it. And so basically in college, I was just always at the studio, and all my instructors knew that I was always going to be there, and I was always helping other students who were beginners. Like, so I was always the first to either finish my jewelry work or metalsmith work, or the last person to start my metalsmith, because like in between was either helping someone, and it's because I really enjoyed the problems that they were having, and I was just like, let me try to fix it, or let me try to figure it out for you.
So you were troubleshooting everything for everyone.
Yeah, because I was learning from their mistakes. Like, why are they having this mistake? And I was just like, I just love being there and learning and trying to figure out new things. And I learned a lot from taking those classes. And I still I know so much now and about metalsmithing, but it's weird because metalsmithing, there's a part where there are certain tools that you need to continue on.
Yeah. We're going to touch upon the tools later on.
In a little bit, yeah.
But Subtle Trucker, your husband, your lovely husband, David, said, they say, love you, mommy.
To the moon, babies.
Okay, so what we're going to do next was you're going to show us how to clean our diamond rings.
Yes.
But before we start with that, tell us how you got experience into jewelry cleaning. And I know you said that you had to go into a little bit more detail about the different type of stones. In case anyone else is joining us today. So how did you get into your experience with jewelry?
So with my experience, so after college, actually, I got a job at, I wonder if I can say, I got a job at Sterling, what is it called? Sterling Jewelers, which is, if you go to Jared's, there's like this little section where there's like a repair shop. And behind the repair shop is a bunch of jewelers. And that's where I worked. So I worked as an apprentice, and I became like one of the main cleaner and polishers there. And I did quality check and shipping. I did a lot. Like, it was apprenticeship, is like secretary, but like on like another level, because it's very hands-on. And it was actually there that I learned more about fine jewelry and how to clean it. And so there's a process that happens when you bring your jewelry to like one of these repair shops. And what I also found out was, let's say that repair shop, Sterling Jewelers, but I think they changed companies now, but they take care of a lot of different jewelry store repairs. So if you like, K Jewelers was one that I remember seeing. Hellsberg was another one. And it's all like, if you go to Jared's, and it goes to, because the repair shop is not with Jared, it's like affiliated. So it's like a totally another company.
So, or is it like a contract? Maybe like a contract?
I'm not exactly sure, but I just know that they're two different companies.
Okay, so you have the jewelry repair shop in the same center, but they're separate businesses.
Yes.
Got it.
But they do work together.
Got it.
So yeah, I just remember because I was in charge of shipping, and shipping was always around 5. And that was just like the worst time for customers to want like a quick, like, let's just steam my ring. It's like, you came at a really bad time.
You came at a wrong time. So everybody out there, if you're ever getting your jewelry cleaned, don't come in at 5 to get your jewelry cleaned.
Well, ask the manager of the repair shop what time their shipping is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So avoid shipping time.
And then avoid like an hour before, because it gets really crazy. Yeah.
Okay, because I know you mentioned that it is going to take time to do jewelry cleaning. So tell us the basic tools, and then of course first is your rings. Yeah,
your rings, and so in the shop they have like an ultrasonic cleaner, and they have, it looks exactly like this blue cleaning solution, but it's almost the same thing, So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get, if you have, this is specifically for like, I would say for white, red, and blue, like especially diamonds, because diamonds are like the hardest stones. So you can do it with these. And so you just get your hot water or warm water.
Okay.
For diamonds, you can even use boiling water if you want. And then you just pour the water in. And then I'm trying to get this in shot.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try too, because
Okay.
I'm following along with you.
And then just about like a tablespoon or a teaspoon, a tablespoon or two.
Okay.
And it depends on like how dirty your rings are. And then you just
So I'm gonna show you guys my rings and see if we could see a difference. I did take some pictures and shared it on Instagram.
Yeah.
But oh, you can't see it clearly.
I got my ring for my wedding.
Oh, that's so pretty. Mine's a.
This was a gift from my mother-in-law.
So it's an heirloom.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna throw it in here, and you just let it sit for 20 minutes.
Do we have to mix it in any way?
You can just mix it in you can just stir. You can just stir it, and you just let it sit for about 30 to 20 minutes, and you can do it once a week if you want.
Okay.
Like, because especially if you do if you have a lot of hand lotion and or you cook or you don't like taking your rings off, you could do this about once a week and it will keep it clean. And but keep in mind that there are certain types of stones, kind of like emeralds. Most emeralds, they have inclusions, so like little natural cracks and fractures in it, and how they hide it or how they fill it is with oil. So if you want to clean it, you can clean it with I would say lukewarm soapy water, but not too much. And because you don't want to get rid of the oil, then you'll start seeing the inclusions, which isn't a problem. It's fixable. And with temperature wise, diamonds, you can't really go wrong with it. Okay. So you can even use boiling water if you want for diamonds, but for sapphires, so like blue. So I think the saying is red, white, and blue. You can do warm, and it should be fine. But then if you go into pearls and opals, and there's a lot out there, and I'm learning still. I'm not a gemologist.
So we're just gonna touch upon your basic ones that you work with a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So you also had recommendations on how often you should take in your jewelry for care.
Oh yes. For me, it depends. Because I don't wear my rings every day. I wear it on occasions, and it's usually just sitting somewhere in either in my bathroom or on my little dinosaur. There's this little dinosaur ring holder that I leave it on there. But if you wear it every day, maybe every 6 months you should take it in, because
quick question.
Yeah.
Carrie says, so you have your husband. I think he's going down memory lane.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's not I'm not talking about the gold. I'm not talking about the metal. I'm talking about the stones. So
the stones.
You can see, if you have specifically a white stone, which is diamonds, and then I'm talking about red and blue, meaning the blue sapphires and rubies. Those are, I'm talking about the stones, because stones have properties because they're made. Especially if they're naturally.
So then do you have to be careful with rose gold? Is what Carrie's asking.
Rose gold, no. It's
with the metal.
The metal is another thing. How to clean metal, you have to polish it. Okay. So if it's really scratched up, you have to bring it in to get it polished, or you can buy one of those hand cloth polishing, and you just polish it. I think this is a little bag, but you can polish it by hand. But if you see that your metal is a little bit satined and not as shiny as you like it, you kind of have to bring it in for that, and especially if you have any loose stones on it. That's another reason why, if you have diamond rings, that you should bring it in, because just over time the metal gets because metal can get hard and soft. So you want to bring it in so that they can check it to make sure it's tight, and make sure that all the tips are still holding that diamond down.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you said here you should take them in, especially if you have insurance on them.
Yes, use your insurance, because if you don't take it in, sometimes they're like, well, you didn't take it in for maintenance, and then they won't insure it. So that's some of the things that I kind of came across, and yeah.
You have some great tips over here. And
Yeah.
like you mentioned, you said over time your diamonds can get loose.
Yeah, it does. It's natural though. Yeah.
Yeah. And so when can you clean your own diamonds versus so you said to bring it into the repair shop at least 2 times a year?
2 times a year if you wear it every day, or if you and especially if you feel like your diamond doesn't look as good, and then you've been doing this kind of cleaning, and you got to take it in, because then the only way that you can clean or polish the inside is they take it out, and they have like rotary tools to clean the inside of the prongs.
So that's more for like deep cleaning to take it out. You're recommending deep cleaning, and this is more just to kind of temporarily apply it.
Yeah, every now and then, like you're like, oh, I used lotion, or then you just clean it. Yeah. And another thing is that diamonds, and like you try not to touch the top of it too much. I mean, it feels good to touch those stones, but then they attract a lot of like grease, and that's why you use a degreasing solution to clean it, and it usually works pretty well.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. You said, you mentioned that all the repair shops would have the pressurized steam.
Oh yes, that's my favorite toy. I want to get that next. But another reason why you bring it in is because they have special equipment. Because if you let me try to think. So let's say you bring in, maybe I'll go through the process of what happens in the repair shop. So what happens in the repair shop is when you drop off your ring for them to check. First, it goes through me first. So I would look at the ring, and I would check with all the whatever I have on, like, so I would check to see if the stones are loose, and then I'll check and I'll count every stone and make sure that everything's there. And then after that, it goes through processing. So I would separate the rings that need repair and then rings that need cleaning. And then, so first thing is that these rings will go into an ultrasonic cleaner. And what it is like the solution looks like this. And it's watered down, and it's about 100 and something degrees, and it just shakes the ring for like 5-10 minutes or so. And then after that, depending on what type of ring it is, if your ring is $10,000 or more, there are specific jewelers with specific experience. So if it was a $10,000 ring, I wouldn't touch it because I don't have enough experience. It would go to like a specific jeweler, and they handle it, because if something went wrong, then they're liable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I was always like, oh, this is 10,000. Here you go.
Right.
But I do polish the shank, which is this part. So they would polish everything they need on the top, and like the rings and the prongs and everything. They polish all that in the inside of the ring, and then and then they would give it back to me, and I'll just polish the shank.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And then after that, after polishing, it goes back into the ultrasonics, and then it gets steamed, and then it gets QC'd again. So quality checked again, check all the diamonds to make sure it's loose or not. Because if we get in trouble, I get in trouble. But if there's a diamond,
you don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
So there's a series of steps that you do go through to maintain and make sure that ring is still intact and everything's in place. I read in your notes that you recommend getting it engraved.
Yes.
As well. So my ring is engraved.
Yes. Because I don't know if I want to.
No, you don't have to disclose. I think it's understood. Just make sure you get it engraved.
Yeah.
Because it's also a quick way for them to kind of tell which ring is yours.
Yes.
Right?
Because there's one time there was 4 rings that came in with all of them look almost exactly the same. And they were all expensive too. And I was just like, I went to the jeweler, and me and the jeweler, like the expert, we all looked like, I'm pretty sure this is right. And then we put it back in the bags, and then it went back to the customer, and the customer was like, thank goodness. Like, she was just like, this is not my ring. Because it was a bigger ring. It was a bigger diamond, actually. Okay. And she was like, this is not my ring. And she returned, and then we
able
figured
to
it out.
switch it.
Yeah.
So that was good news. But yes,
it was good news for me.
You highly recommend getting your rings engraved.
Yes.
So, yes.
Especially if you're gonna drop it off. But they're really good at documenting and making sure. But sometimes there's just some rings that just look so similar.
Yeah.
That only the customer will tell.
Yeah. And you said to always also, because you did some pearl repairs as well.
I did, yes. And I was the main person who restrung all the pearls. Yeah, it takes.
So if any of you guys want to learn how to string your own pearls, leave it in the comments, and maybe we'll do that in the future if the series continues, the special guest series continues next year. So leave it in the comment below if you want to see how to string your own pearl necklaces. So engravings are good, and it helps to distinguish between similar rings. All right. Exactly. So while we're waiting on the, while the rings are still soaking, let's get a little bit into Metalsmith. Can you tell us how you got into Metalsmith designs? And well, you mentioned it. You started in high school.
Yeah. Yeah, I started in high school, and it was really because of my high school teacher, and I feel like she just recognized that, like, I just was naturally, like, drawn to it. And I was actually really good at it for some reason, you know?
Yeah.
And
God-given talent.
Yeah. And I do remember my first ever piece being stolen. Like, if I made this little fire dude charm necklace, and it got stolen. And I mean, I was a little flattered because it was high school students, you know, like, if a high school student stole my I'm doing something right. But yeah.
Samina says, yes, want to learn stringing pearls. Kathy says, I'd like to learn how to restring my pearls. Oh, you got some people already wanting to learn. Guang is on. Hello, Guang.
Okay.
Okay, so can you show us maybe a few of your designs, your favorite designs that you have?
Sure. Well, I can show you some of the designs that I am currently working on, if that's okay.
Please.
I have a lot of other designs that are already made, but it's like back in college, you know.
I want to see some. So
this is a design that I'm working on. I don't know if you can see. So this is me practicing my I don't know if you can see. So this is a ring that I'm trying to design, and
so you do it from every different angle. I see. There's different angles. The front, the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So perspective. So this is the top that I'm doing, and what it looks like, it's two rings that when you put together, it says love.
Oh,
so that's,
wow.
But then I realized that I need a couple more tools and things for this one. So it's actually something that I created in college, and I just never was able to make it yet. So hopefully soon I'll make it. And then this is another design that I came up with. So it's a pendant, and my goal for this is I would fill this up with like seeds or dirt, and then eventually it'll just fall. All the seed will just like fall out.
How would you wear that? How would you wear that? Is that a ring or?
It's a pendant. So it's
a pendant. Okay,
yeah. Okay. It's just concepts. Like it's just a concept. I feel like most of my jewelry, it's based off of concept first, and then it becomes a jewelry piece. Because and then like I feel like I have specific like ideas for where or it's like a personal story that I bring to the piece. And then usually when it's done though, I just walk away. I'm just like, however you interpret it, this is, you know, it was just something that I mean, like within me, like something really specific and the reasons for it. And then after I finish it, like, I feel like the reasons for me doesn't matter anymore, especially if someone else can find their own perspective or they can relate to it in some other way.
So it's truly like an art that you brought,
for me,
that's from your imagination, you brought to life, and then you know, shared, and however they interpret it as well.
Yeah. So. Yes. So that's how I kind of approach it for myself. And I do have another. So this piece is actually, I'm already starting to make some prototypes for it. So it's like it's also a pendant, maybe a ring. Oh, this is my daughter's ring.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
So
you in the process.
I just
of doing
finished that one.
For your daughter?
Yeah. So I designed it first, and then I made it.
And you brought it to
Sorry.
life.
Yeah. This table's huge. So this one is something that I'm working on, and the idea behind it is I kind of wanted it to be it's going to be like a puzzle piece.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I kind of created it. So it's all linked. I don't know if you can see it.
Wow. I see what you're saying. Yes.
So I feel like I wanted each piece to be really unique and different.
Mm-hmm.
And so that.
But they're all linked together, even though they're unique.
Yeah. They're all linked together. It's like a huge puzzle piece. And I wanted it to be an ongoing project where what is it called? Like, it's a one-off or one of a kind. But then it's linked to, the idea is that, like, if somebody purchased it, that they know that they're linked to someone else. And I just, that was something that I was trying to do in college, and I just couldn't figure out. This design kept on changing, like how it used to look like puzzles, and then it became hearts that linked together, and then it became hearts with words, and then I just made it more simple.
Samina says very pretty, and
Thank you.
Your subtle trucker husband says love connects us all. Very true.
Yes.
Very true, David. It does.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah, you can kind of see the process of me making this. So if you can see here.
Is that posted on your Instagram? Is that posted on your Instagram?
This is not posted yet because I'm actually still working on it. I was still trying to figure out the concept behind it. And but yeah, I will post it once I finalize how I want it to look, because this is copper, and I was gonna make it out of silver. So this is just my prototypes.
I see.
But I might, and then this is something my daughter made, which she wants me to make into, I think, a pendant or something. I don't know. So yeah, I'm working on that.
Interesting how everything's about our children now.
I know. Well, they request. They're like, hey, I want this or I want that. So yeah. So those are some of the projects that I'm working on. And
so An has a new, her Instagram is just new and upcoming. So you guys are going to catch her early stages of her designing and putting together her Instagram. So make sure you guys follow her, the Mad Jewelers Bench. She just started her Instagram, so there's some neat stuff already on there, like her I saw your polishing tools.
Yes.
And she's joining us on the the Marfi Remnant Challenge. So you guys follow her Instagram for like new ideas and new inspiration for jewelry design, as well as how her project is unfolding. So let's touch upon the base. I had shared that I wanted to maybe possibly design my own belt buckle for my twill shorts. I just finished a cotton twill shorts before I went on a trip. And if you guys follow me on Instagram stories, I shared the process. I touched upon the process, but I haven't gotten to post any of the pictures. But I was having a hard time finding a belt buckle for the shorts. And you suggested, why don't you design your own? And I was like already kind of thinking that. And I was like, yes, I do. I want to design my own. I was like, that's it. So I wanted to wait till today to kind of, ask you some questions on possibly designing my own belt buckle. Like, what are the basic tools that I may need to design my own belt buckle for it?
Do you have the design at all on you, or have you thought about it? I have
not. I was going to put an inspiration board together. Soon, so maybe I will very soon, but not yet. But yeah,
I'm gonna move my camera to the bench.
All right, awesome. Carrie,
so
awesome.
I put together, I took out some of the tools that I felt like were good for the basics. So
Awesome. Love that idea. And yes, you guys follow me to see it unfold in the future sometime.
I'm just gonna hold it.
Okay.
So some of the tools that you're gonna need is, I guess the basics will be like a saw frame.
Okay.
All right. You know what? Let me set up this so that I can just sit. All right. And I'll just pull up the And there, if you're in Houston, there's a place that I go to for all my jewelry
Gemco.
supplies.
I saw that. Gemco.
Yeah.
I saw your live. Cute.
Yeah,
that was fun.
he's adorable. But yeah, so
Okay.
so this is a saw frame, and then you're gonna need what is this called? Saw blades. They're like tiny little. And how you put.
Can you bring it up just a little bit?
Sure.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna put one together. So when you. So this is the saw frame, and then the saw blade goes in here. And there's two ways you can do it, but you have to have some tension on it.
Okay,
I see it. And this saw blade is super, super thin and tiny. And there's a direction, so you want the blades to be pointing down. So when you stroke it down, you should be able to do it, but when you stroke it up, it should catch. And that's how you put it in. And this is the saw frame that most bench jewelers will use. There's new ones that are out that were fun. So this is actually my first one. It's, as you can see, it's a lot shorter. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So you can only work within that space. So
Okay.
you get and there's saw frames that are like this long. Like it can get longer.
So the bigger the jewelry, the longer that piece.
Yeah. Like yeah. So
welcome, Mike 2002. Welcome.
I'll give you an example. So this is a sterling silver. I think it's fine sterling. So if I wanted to get to the middle, I would have to have a saw frame that would be able to get to the middle of that.
Okay.
Yeah, because if not, it just catches. Am I? I feel like I'm rambling.
No, go on. What other tools would I need? So that's the frame.
And then
after
after you cut out your saw frames, you would need files. So I bought this at Harbor and Freight. So there's two types of files that when I was in college I used. So there's two types. There's a rounded one, and then there's a flat one. Okay, you can see. So this will just clean up like especially if you're new, you tend to cut outside of the line, and it's okay to overcut like.
And this is working with metal. This is working with metal.
Yeah, when you're working with metal. And then after that, you have, look, I made this pouch just for
this.
Yeah. And then these are called needle files. And this one, it doesn't take off as much metal. So it's like fine tuning and just making sure that the metal is clean, I guess. Okay. And then there's a bunch of different grit sandpaper that I keep them. They're like wet dry sandpaper, and I just keep all of it because you can use it for a long time. And I just have a lot. Sorry, I guess I'm out of frame. Yeah.
No, I can see it.
Oh, okay. So far,
what I'm covering right now is the basic supplies for Metalsmith jewelry designs. So these are the basic supplies.
Yeah. So far you need a saw frame, hand files, and then needle files, and then and you need tools to mark, like however you want to mark. So this is a scribe to draw if you want to just design onto the metal itself. This is a center punch, because you're gonna, I'm guessing the belt buckle, you're gonna have to cut out a hole inside. So the center punch is just a guide for when you drill into the metal so that you can pierce the metal out, or so you can cut out the metal. And then this is to mark on the metal. So and a metal ruler, and this is another, it's just a caliper. Okay. Yeah. So those are like the basic ones for you to use to design and to draw the lines on the metal. But what I actually love to do is, let me get this again, is I like to glue.
So are you guys all learning something new today? Hello,
Yeah.
my creative community. Are you guys learning something new today?
Hi. So yeah, what I like to do is I actually like to glue my design. So I would draw on, if you can see that, I draw on a piece of paper. I love graph paper, and I draw on that. And I use this glue, or it doesn't have to be 3M, but it's just glue adhesive. And I spray it on, and I glue it onto the metal piece. And then I cut it out of, like, with the paper on. And then so what you get is you get this at the end. See?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And then you would peel it off.
And then I will peel it off, or I put it in my my cleaner, and it just comes all off because it's metal. Like it's not going to be permanent. So that's what I do for that. And let's see.
Oh, so Diane Blue Dot says this is all new stuff for me. Samina says yes, all this is new to me. Yeah. Fabric, brand new info. Yes. So if you guys ever want to design accessories for your clothes now, you gotta have the basic information.
Yeah. So, and then you also need a what is this called? A table pin. So this goes. You can. These are pretty much what you get when you first become a metalsmith, or you get into metalsmithing. It just clamps onto your table, and it does the same thing like this one. So you put your metal on there, and then it's just a place to rest your metal while you cut. So let's see. So yeah, you just cut it like right here. I don't know if you can see that.
It's all the way at the corner.
Okay.
There, yes.
Yeah.
I see it a lot better.
All right. Oopsies. Sorry. So.
Are you going to show us how you're going to cut it? Awesome.
Sure, I can. So, before I do that, I do have safety glasses that I use. Because you always want
safety first.
Because it's important to.
Samina says like a third hand.
Yeah. Okay, and then, all right, let me try. Let me adjust the tripod so that I can.
Hi, Julie. Welcome.
Sorry. All right, can you see that?
Yes, we can see that.
So when you start sawing metal, you just want to be up and down, and then you just don't go like. There's a motion where it cuts on the down motion. So what you do is you just control it, and there's certain ways, like with curves. Is that too loud?
No, we're fine. At least
so when you going around curves and things like that, there's a way where it's kind of like if you ever work on a bandsaw, it's the same concept. So when you want to make a turn, you gotta like kind of make a notch before you make that turn. So
oh, wow.
I just cut that. I just cut that end off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it.
So there's a process to it. So I don't know if you saw any of that.
I did.
Okay.
I saw,
okay.
Well, I mean, I understand the concept of the blade, the sharpness going down, right?
Yes.
Is going down, and that's how it's cutting off the piece slowly, kind of cutting into the metal.
Yes. So that's basic sawing of the.
So with all those tools, am I able to make a belt from that?
You do need one more. You do need
a belt buckle.
I have this, which is my my flex shaft.
That looks dangerous.
It's not. It's like a sewing machine. It has a pedal, and then it has variable speed.
Okay.
And then
so it's not like your torch, because I saw you working on a torch the other day.
I was trying. So
that's not the torch. Okay.
So the torch. This because I saw that people on YouTube and stuff were using like brulee torches to do metalworking, and I tried it. I was just like, how did it took
it's not
forever
recommended.
You know, you could use it on really small items. I think like maybe jump rings or like little links and chains. But I don't know if you can really heat like a whole. Like this one's really small, so I was just trying to see if it worked, and I found that it was. It took forever.
I thought that was the torch, so that's what I was like, is that safe? So subtle trucker, can the blade? Good question. Can the blade break?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look, when I was in college, when we have each blade, like I have a lot of blades, so there's like different sizes. The smaller you go, the easier it breaks. And when I was in college doing projects, I would break the blades, and then I would go on the floor to find, because like if I ran out, I'll just go, because the project's due the next day, I'll just go on the floor to find like a broken blade to work with. But yeah,
oh my goodness.
Oh, one last thing, you do need a drill, so you can use this. And
okay.
Because and then what you do is you would thread this into the hole.
Okay.
Do you want me to drill one and then show you?
Do we have time? We have
15 minutes, huh?
Yeah, about 15 minutes. Do we have time or?
Sure.
Okay.
Here, I'll just do it really quick.
All right.
Oh, it's off camera, huh? So I usually do it with my flex shaft, but you can use like a drill, like a hand drill. Okay. So you would drill the hole.
And then you would start cutting.
And then you would thread this into there. Oh,
I see.
And then you would start cutting your metal piece out, whatever the design is.
Got it.
Because for buckles, you need that inner. So,
yes, the inside. Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm all excited about creating my own belt buckle. Thank you for the inspiration.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right. Yeah. So,
do you have any other questions?
Much fabric. Your tools scare me.
What? They're fun.
She says they're fun. They're fun. Oh. Okay. So it's been about 30 minutes for the diamond rings.
Okay. Yes.
So,
back to that.
We're gonna
It's right.
All right, so sorry for the flip-flopping of information. It's just that there was a waiting period. So now we're gonna go back to how we cleaned our diamond rings, and we had added it into a degreasing soap into warm water, and we forgot to know that this has to be a extra soft.
Oh yeah, extra soft brush.
Extra soft brush. So.
If you want to take it out and just dry it, and what you want to do, so you're not brushing the metal. You're brushing under
the stone.
Because if you keep on brushing the metal, it's gonna create scratches. Because metal, even though it feels strong, it's pretty soft to work with. So what you do is I just brush under inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I did is you just bring it.
It's good. It's good. Just bring it in.
I'm trying to dry it. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Let me move this bowl.
So the idea is you're brushing the stone and not the metal. And because if you keep on brushing the metal, you're gonna have to bring it in for them to polish it. And if you don't, you can polish the metal.
So I'm just doing the stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what you really want to do is you want to brush the inside, because that's where all the.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's not shining. The reason why it shines is because the bottom is clean and clear. And so you're looking through it, kind of like when when you're cleaning the window, you clean on one side and you're like, why isn't it clean? And you clean the other side. So, and then the bottom is where all the gunk and all the dead skin cells and all the lotion and hairspray or whatever is in there. That's where you want to clean, is the inside of that ring. And And that should pretty much.
I don't
make
have
your
one of
rings
those
like-
to brush. Julie says, I don't have one of those to brush. I mean the ring.
It's
Julie,
okay. It's okay. You can.
you can always buy yourself one.
Yeah. Look,
Okay, so we clean it from the bottom.
This
Okay.
is my engagement ring. It's a sapphire. So this was actually an heirloom that I got. So, so yeah. So you just brush the inside, and like I said, try not to brush the metal too much. And then after that, you just rinse it under water. Like if you have the pressurized water, you just rinse it. So you just have the water running down and out.
Okay.
And then after that, you can use like a hair.
So like all these, this ring has, there's openings at the bottom where you can
you clean all that out. And I remember there was one ring that came in and it was so bad. It just had so much gunk in it. And I had to come in with like little tweezers to pull out
the gunk.
Hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was gross.
I didn't think about that, but I guess that would happen.
Yeah, I think it was a man's ring, so I guess like he just like played with it and it just Sorry, gross. But yeah, because the jewelers, they were working on it and they were heating it up to clean it, and we were like, why does it smell like burnt hair? And they're like, hey, you gotta clean this ring for me. I'm just like, why me?
Oh
But
wow,
yeah,
I do see a difference. Well,
Yeah.
at the bottom. Okay, so I had my I have engraving. I got it engraved inside.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing now doesn't really clean the
No,
metal.
it won't do it.
It's
The
just
engraving,
the
you would have
stones.
to really cut
Yeah,
a
the
lot
polish.
of metal to
You said the
get it
polish.
out. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They would have to file it down before it like disappears. Yeah.
So I'll take an after picture and share it in
Yeah.
a little bit.
But yeah, and then after that, if you just run it under your faucet, and then it should get clean. And then what you want to do is you want to dry it really quick, because in the repair shops they have the steam cleaner.
Wow, look at the difference.
Yeah, because you want to clean the bottom
You
of
guys,
it.
it's sparkling again.
Yeah.
I have not cared for my rings in a long time, and it's sparkling now. It looks new.
Yeah. And so when you hold your ring, just hold it by the shank, and when you put it on or off, make sure that you're holding it on the sides where there's no diamonds, because because your fingers have a lot of grease, and it's just gonna. But yeah, just once a week, or if you're good, twice a week. And there is another one.
Wow.
There's a really good YouTuber.
You guys, it works. It works.
Yeah.
It's sparkling again.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a really good YouTuber his name is Bobby White, and he does a really good tutorial on how to clean your diamonds. But yeah.
Thank you so much for showing us how to clean our diamond rings.
Yeah.
But again, you did mention do you highly recommend to take
Bring
it in
it
twice a year?
Yeah.
To get it cleaned professionally as well.
Yeah.
Or
and then you can keep on maintaining it. If you keep on maintaining it, you won't have to bring it as much, but at least bring it in once, and then start doing this routine, and you wouldn't have to bring it. You could bring it in once a year.
Once a year. Thank you so much. My ring's sparkling. This is a plug. I got these custom made by a childhood friend. I just want to say thank you to Alisa and her family for custom designing this for me. I still love my ring after all these years, so it's extra sentimental and special.
Oh.
So I just want to say thank you to Alisa and her family. And also thank you for taking the time to come on today and be my special guest, as well, to share how to clean the diamond ring, and to give us an intro to Metalsmith jewelry design. So now I'm excited to make my belt buckle.
Let me know if you need help with that.
I will definitely ask you.
Yeah.
Carrie says thanks so much. Thank you, On. So Much Fabric says thank you, On. We may have to get you back on to teach us how to string those pearls. Kathy says thank you. Thank you everyone for joining us today and making it so fun. Samina says thank you. Again, thank you, On. the Marfie Remnant Challenge is still going on. If you guys missed any of the series, please check out my IG. An's joining us. Special guest was Andrea with So to Fit. She had 3 weeks in a row. I had her on. So if you missed that, you know, feel free to check out those videos. Blue Dot says, thank you. I did know how to clean my ring. I'm going to sparkle now. Yay.
Yay.
You guys, after you clean your rings, post it up and tag us. We want to see your beautiful diamond ring sparkle too. Next month, I am excited. Samina is going to be my special guest because she was the first person I've ever met that says that I am going to sew all my closet. So she is going to be my special guest at the end of next month. So check her out. Diane was in August. We are what? Oh, I'm sorry. July. She was my special guest for July, was Diane. And if you guys missed any of the past, feel free to go and check out my IGTV series. A lot of fun guests on, a lot of new things that you can learn. Like I said, I try to bring our creative community together and learn. We try to learn from each other and keep inspiring each other to keep creating and keep being creative and moving forward in life, you guys. So we look forward to it. Yes, I'm looking forward to it too. So you guys, please take care of yourselves. But wait, hold on, I forgot. I do ask my guests to share your favorite quote or saying. Is it on your wall?
Be strong and courageous. Do not tremble or be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go.
Oh,
Joshua 1 verse 9.
Oh, love that. Thank you.
My brother made that for me.
You come from a family of just creatives. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hope you have them all on one day. But thank you so much, On. Thank you so much. You guys, everybody take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Make sure to call at least one person today just to see how they're doing. Yes, call, text, FaceTime. Just to say hello, how are you doing? You know, catch up with somebody, and we will see you. I will see you next week. If you guys want to just check up on the status of my project, or at the end of the month, I have a special guest every the last Friday of the month. And like I said, I will have Samina on to show us her me-made wardrobe that she completed herself. So I'm excited to kind of meet with her because she's the one that gave me the idea to create my own sewing closet, my own me-made closet.
Next.
Yes, you next.
I'm trying to learn.
Says, great job. So much fabric says, amen. Amen. Yay. You guys have a lovely, wonderful day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below or visit On's Instagram handle, the Mad Jewelers Bench. Like I said, it's a new and growing Instagram. So feel free to visit her, and we will see you guys next week. You guys take care. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.